Good morning, dear students. Let us discuss some other important plants which are being included under non-lethal drugs in Ayurveda. So let us discuss the first drug on the screen. You can easily identify this drug as Dhanyaka. Dhanyaka. Coriander seeds and coriander leaves are part of Indian culinary since ages. It is used for therapeutic purposes as well. It is also famous by the name cilantro seeds. Some people genuinely dislike coriander. Interestingly, there is a genetic influence on this hatred. Botanical name is Coriandrum sativum. It belongs to family Umbelliferae. The genus and species, hence the name Coriandrum sativum. Now the habit of the drug dhania or dhanyaka or coriander, whose botanical name is Coriandrum sativum. Coriander plant grows annually, but according to conditions can grow in summer or in winter also. The plant can go up to 2 feet and can spread around up to 9 inches. Coriander roots are pale brown color with taproot system. Coriander stems are sympodial and have monoecial branches. Every branch of coriander plant shows effect of inflorescence. Color of the stem is generally green but turns to red to violet also due to the season of flowers. Coriander leaves are of alternate type and gather in the form of rosette. The part used of the drug are fruits, whole plant and leaves. Regarding the indications of the drug Dhanyaka, it is indicated as Mutrala, diuretic, which increases the urine volume. Deepana improves digestion strength. Jvaragna useful in fever. Rochana improved taste, useful in anorexia. It is Grahi, hence absorbent and useful in malabsorption syndrome as well as indicated in diarrhea. Durgandhanasana helps to relieve bad odor or bad breath. Hridya, it is good for heart, so cardiac tonic useful in cardiac disorders. Trishna, in excessive thirst. Daha, burning sensation, vomiting. Swasa, asthma, chronic obstructive pulmonary diseases and wheezing, breathing difficulty also. Kasa, cough and cold, and Arsa in hemorrhoids. Now on the screen, the next drug called Draksha. So the botanical name of Draksha is Vitis vinifera, which belongs to family Vitaceae. Now regarding the habit of the drug, grapes are type of fruits berries of deciduous woody vines that grows in cluster of 15 to 300. With proper care and management, vines can live for many years and can reach length in excess than 30 meters. Grapes leaves are green, long and 5 to 7 lobed, alternately arranged on woody stem. Grapes flowers and fruits grow in cluster. Fruit berry is 6 mm in diameter, more or less globular. Seeds lie inside juicy pulp and ripens to dark purple or green in color. Now part used of the drugs, the grape seeds, the grape fruits or the grape resins. These are the precious parts of the drug Draksha. Now the indications, the sweet grapes or the sweet variety is indicated in Rakta Pitta. Bleeding disorders such as nasal bleeding, heavy periods, etc. Tikta Asya, tongue with bitter taste. Chata, injury or bleeding. Chaya, depletion of body tissues, weight loss, etc. Tuberculosis, etc. In Jwara, fever. Swasa, asthma and chronic respiratory diseases. Trishna, excessive thirst. Daha, burning sensation as in gastritis, neuropathy, and burning sensation in eyes, etc. Madatyaya, in alcoholism. Kamala, jaundice and liver diseases. Moha, delusion and dizziness. Now the next plant on the screen is Drona pushpi. Drona pushpi, Leucus cephalotus, is a famous Ayurvedic herb also used in Hindu religious practices. It is widely used in treating liver disorders, jaundice, asthma, cough, cold, etc. Botanical name is Leucus cephalotus. Family, it belongs to Lamiaceae. Now, the habit of the drug donopruspy, which is Leucus cephalotes, is an annual, branched, erect, stout plant which grows with a height of about 15 to 16 centimeter in length. Leaves are narrow, ovate, and yellowish-green in color, and about 3 to 9 centimeter long, 1 to 2.5 centimeter wide, having pungent taste. Roots are smooth, cylindrical, zigzag, along with various wiry, fine rootlets with variable sizes. Fracture, fibrous, and taste is stem in stem is quadrangular with rough, hairy surface and having light greenish yellow color whose taste is slightly bitter. Flowers are white, small, sessile, in dense axillary whorls. Fruits are schizocarpic, scarcural, nutlets 3 mm smooth and brown in color. The part used are whole plant, leaves and flowers are being used in medicinal purposes in Ayurveda. Now, regarding the indication of donor-post, we can balance cough and vata. This herbal plant is found to be anhelmintic, antiseptic, insecticidal, anti-scabies, anticoagulant, antipyretic, stimulant, expectorant, diaphoretic, insecticidal, immunogogue, antioxidant, anti-inflammatory as well as anti-diabetic also. Now let us see this drug. You can identify this drug. The name of the drug is Paideria foetida, which is an important Ayurvedic medicinal herb. Its Sanskrit name is Gandha Prasarani. The word meaning in Sanskrit is it spreads bad smell. It is a unique feature of this herb. Gandha means smell, Prasarani means spreading. The botanical name is Paideria foetida and Paideria tomentosa and Gentiana scandens also. These are all synonyms. It belongs to family Rubiaceae. Now regarding the habit of the Gandha Prasarani drug, is a climber plant which has ovate to lanceolate leaves. Gandha Prasarani leaves are around 5 cm long and 2.5 cm in width. The leaves are also membranous and have long petioles. Gandha Prasarani flowers are found in scorpioid cymes and are purple or violet in color. Gandha Prasarani roots are cylindrical or subcylindrical and compressed on both sides, with an outer surface covered with root scars. The fruits are compressed, ellipsoid, red or black in color. It is fibrous. The exterior is brownish and the internal color is light brown with a bitter taste. The part used of the drug Gandha Prasarani is root as well as the leaf. Now the indications of the drug Gandha Prasarani includes Brishya, it is aphrodisiac. Valakrit, improves strength and immunity. Sandhanakrit, useful in wound and bone healing, useful in butter disorders also. Almost all the massage oils used for butter balancing contains this herb as an essential ingredient. On external use, this herb relieves pain, inflammation and stiffness. It is useful in gout and kapha imbalance disorders. It is used in treating rheumatoid arthritis. It relieves bloating as well as abdominal pain. Now the next drug on the screen, you can see this is Garjara. It is a bank of minerals and micronutrients. Now, this carrot is an excellent vegetable with good amounts of antioxidants. In Ayurveda pharmacopoeia for the treatment of piles, diarrhea, localized swelling, and diseases related to uterus, it is being used. The Latin name is Daucus carota, belongs to family Umbelliferae. Now, regarding the habit of the drug is, the wild carrot is a herbaceous, somewhat variable biennial plant that grows between 30 to 60 centimeter or 1 to 2 feet tall and is roughly hairy with a stiff solid stem. The leaves are tripinnate, finely divided and lashy, and overall triangular in shape. The leaves are bristly and alternate in a pinnate pattern that separates into a thin segments. The flowers are small and dull white, clustered in flat, dense umbels. The umbels are terminal and approximately 3 to 4 inches or 8 to 10 centimeter wide. They may be pink in bud and may have reddish or purple flower in the center of the umbel. Part used of Garjara is the root and the seed. The root and the seed in medicinal purposes. It is indicated in Rakta Pitta or bleeding disorders such as nasal bleeding or heavy periods, ARSA, hemorrhoids, Grahani, IBS or sprue, altering diarrhea and constipation. ARSA in hemorrhoids, Druk Roga, that is eye disorders, Aruchi, anorexia, Jantu or worm infestation. Now on the screen, this is the drug called Gozivha. Gozivha. Onosma. Onosma bracteatum is an Ayurvedic plant used for the treatment of stomatitis, wound, jaundice, constipation, weakness of the cardiac muscles, and rhinitis. The Latin name is Onosma bracteatum. It belongs to family Boraginaceae. Gozivha is a shrub growing to a height of 4 to 5 meter, growing in the Himalayan range. The plant is covered with small hairs. The leaf is covered with small hair-like structures and with small nodules, giving it a ripe appearance like the tongue of cow. Hence, the name is called Gozivha. The flowers are purple in color, thick, and they will be velvety in nature. Part used of Gozivha are leaf and the flower. Now, the indications of Gozivha include kasha, cough and cold, aruchi, anorexia, swasa, asthma and chronic respiratory disorders, prameha, urinary tract disorders and diabetes, asra, blood disorders such as abscesses, skin disorders, bleeding disorders such as menorrhagia and nasal bleeding, which all refers to asra in Ayurveda, zwara in fever, and brana, ulcers and wounds. Now, here on the screen, it is also a familiar drug commonly available in wastelands and grasslands, etc. near roadside. You can see this drug. This is a very good and important many medicinal properties. Among them, let us see. You can identify it. It is usually available in wastelands near roadsides. It is Goraksa Ganja in Ayurveda. Goraksa Ganja. Erva lanata. Erva lanata is a plant mentioned in Ayurveda for the treatment of renal calculi, promising drug for renal calculi, retention of urine, cough and sore throat. The plant has a promise on anti-HIV activity. Latin name is Erva lanata, which belongs to family Amarantaceae. Now, regarding the habit of the drug, Erva lanata is a common weed which grows wild everywhere in the plains of India. The root has a camphor-like aroma. The flowers are seen as clusters and are pale green in color. The dried flowers, which look like soft spikes, are sold under the commercial name as buikalan or bul. The fruits and flowers are seen in the month of November to January. This herb is taken as a variety of Pasan Veda in South India. The part used of the drug is root, and the indication of the drug is it is anhelmintic, useful in intestinal worm infestation, demulcent, and lithiasis. Lithiasis relates to calculi. Calculi especially in renal, means renal calculi, kidney stones. Useful in cough, sore throat, indigestion, wounds, and as a specific for diabetes. Decoction is efficacious diuretic and is useful in catarrh of bladders. It is said to cure diarrhea, cholera, and dysentery. Flowers are lithotriptic. Lithotriptic here refers to which can break the calculi. Now, here on the screen, you can identify this drug is Gunja. Gunja. Gunja, Abrus peccatorius, is a poisonous herb used in Ayurveda medicines after detoxifying process. Its seeds and roots are used in treating hair fall, arthritis pain, and as an aphrodisiac and many more conditions. Abrus peccatorius, commonly known as jacuiritibin or rosary pea, is a herbaceous flowering plant in the bean family called Fabaceae. It is a slender and perennial climber. Regarding the habit of the drug, as because it is a perennial climber, a deciduous climber with tough branches. Leaves are pinnately compound and with many pairs of leaflets. Leaflets are oblong. Flowers are pink, found in clusters, arranged on one side of racemose inflorescence. Fruits are pods, seeds usually scarlet with black spot or pure white color. And continuing the morphology, it is a deciduous climber with tough branches, pinnately compound leaves with many pairs of leaflets. Leaflets are oblong. Flowers are pink, found in clusters, arranged on one side of racemose inflorescence. Fruits are pods. As it can be seen in the picture, seeds are usually scarlet with black spot or pure white colored. The parties of the drug are root, leaf, and seed. Regarding Gunja Sodhana, it is a purification process needs to be understood. The Gunja seeds are tied in a two-layered cloth, kept suspended in cow's milk taken on a pot. The milk is then boiled with the Gunja seeds packed suspended for 1 yama or 3 hours. This procedure is called Swedana. After this, the seeds are taken out, washed in hot water, dried and preserved. The pot used for this purpose is called dolayantra. Even kanji, fermented liquid, can also be used in place of milk for sodhana. Now, explanation regarding the purification is the toxin which is present called abrin is in the Indian licorice. Indian licorice is the synonym of Gunja. Consists of two protein subunits A and B. The proteins are denatured when subjected to high temperature. Thus, a denatured poisonous protein gets removed, which removes its toxicity. Gunja is indicated in urstambha, that is thigh stiffness, amvata, rheumatoid arthritis, kasa, cough and cold, indralupta is alopecia areata, graha roga, psychological disorders, kandu, itching, kushta, skin diseases, vrana, ulcers and wounds, krimi, worm infestation in wounds and in intestinal krimi. Shosa, emaciation or loss of tissue. Brahma is dizziness. Swasa is asthma, respiratory disorders involving difficulty in breathing. Trishna, excessive thirst. And Mada, intoxication.